job of making nice, smooth slurs. That's important to make a good difference between those smooth slurs and those nice, crispy staccatos. You did a really good job of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Another thing I want myself to know about is your dynamics were really good. You've paid attention to those dynamics, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
second song, it has more tricky dynamics.
More tricky? Oh boy.
So when I practice that song, usually I pay attention to these dynamics too.
So it helps, doesn't it, have those playing those songs back to back? Yeah, because you did a fabulous job with that. The only thing I would say about dynamics, and that would be, is have more at the end. That's the only dynamic, because the rest of the dynamics were pretty good, but this is the end of the song, and so you're trying to make a statement.
Okay.
So you want everybody to know that at the end. Play just that last line, because yeah.
Up here?
Or
right here?
I think we're back to middle C when we get to the end, aren't we? No.
No.
You're right.
It's about the
You're right.
fires.
My bad. Mhm. Okay. Loud, biggie. Okay, now, it's a little tough, but this staccato and this staccato make it more of a dun dun. See that little line right there on that note? You know what that's called?
No idea.
It's kind of like it's a stress. It's like you want to play this note staccato. It's almost like a mini accent, okay? So you want to have a, okay?
Oh, so that looks like louder? A little?
A little bit, yeah, but you're going to hang on to it. But make this staccato, make it pop, okay? Dun, 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 pop, boom. Now, your left hand's holding notes, so you're having to think about that, too. You're thinking about, don't lift my left hand, but my right hand. Just do right hand without the left. Go, dun, 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 pop, boom. Give me more on that. Can you give me more on that? That's it. Yeah, really have to really kind of curve those fingers in there. Ear. Yes. Okay. Now try it with the left hand. Left hand is moved to that. Right. 1, 2, hot. Whoop, then left hand has to move.
Oh, yeah.
One more time. See if we can get 1, 2, hot. Better. That's better. Better. Okay. That was a dynamic thing, but we worked on some other little techie things there. Measure 13. That's what I wrote down. Oh yeah. I've taught this piece before, and everybody who plays this piece does the same thing. We all want to hold this note until we have to play this one.
There's a rest.
There's a rest, I know. It just feels natural to hold that note. I know. So, what you do is you practice your right hand without your left. And this is what I've always done. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe, 2, 3. Okay? Because that means it keeps me quiet. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe, 2, 3. That's it. Okay, now. Okay, let's go back down to middle C. That's okay. Now let's put it with the left hand. Ooh, yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. There you go. That was better. But you have to think about you can say that in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. Okay. Good. Beautiful retard. I like that.
I like that part too.
It's like
I like doing the scales.
Ooh, yay! I like that. Yes.
That hacked in.
Okay. Count 4. Oh yes. Tiny thing, but it really makes a statement. I know you're excited about playing that last line, but in this measure, how many beats does this rest get?
4.
4. We only gave it about 2.5. It's really uncomfortable to have silence, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
don't like silence.
You know what? I mean, I'm of that generation too, believe it or not, where you got to have music going in the background, you got to have the radio playing, the TV going, got to have noise. Silence is good. It makes you anticipate and think, ooh, something is about to happen. So, you play this measure, and then we count. But while you're playing it, count. Know what your 4 count is. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and rest 2, 3, 4. Boom and boom and boom.
Well, the problem is, it's supposed to have a feeling of 2, so I'm not really sure if I should, rest for, 2 beats or 4.
Okay. It's a feeling of 2, but the feeling is 1, 2. So it has to be whatever your 2 is or your 4 is. 2. Because you're 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and. Okay, so when it was 2.5, yeah, that's why. Okay, can you start it? You're an octave higher here. Okay. And I'll help count for you. Okay, one more time, because we'll keep it steady. Ready? And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and. Could you feel that? It's like, ooh, it seemed like it was longer, didn't it? But it wasn't. I mean, it's really, it's the same amount of beats you had in that measure. So in your head, maybe with your left foot, you tap it or something. Okay. This piece. You're right. Tricky dynamics, aren't they? Yes. Good job with them.
So you have to play the right hand louder and the left hand softer.
You know what that's called?
No.
Balance. Balance. It's called your melody. Well, actually, in this case, well, it goes back and forth. Melody and accompaniment. That's a big word. Okay, but it's like your melody. Here's you got your melody. Dum bum bum. Then dun dun dun. You did a great job of that. Do you know what this word means?
No.
I love this word. It's pronounced cantabile.
Oh.
Ooh.
Looks like cantabile.
I know cantabile. I know, or cantabile. Yes, it's cantabile, and that means in a singing style. So at this point, you've become a singer. Yes, you're the solo singer. And that's what you were doing. You just didn't know it. That's cantabile, singing style. Your left hand was the choir backing you up, but they were just going softly. Da, da,
I wouldn't want to have the last name Cantabile because it would be a hard name to pronounce.
It would.
People would get it.
It would.
Like
It would. I get you. Okay, by the way, your staccatos were really, really nice. They were crisp and they were nice and short, and yet you still got your hands down into the keys. Okay, don't ever forget that feeling because you're going to play some music a lot later. It's going to be a lot harder, and you still want that same touch. Okay, so you've got a great touch with your staccatos. I wrote that down. Very good balance, good dynamic differences. You've really focused on that. Your roll, as it's called, you did a nice job on that.
I like the rolls because they're like da-da-da-da.
Do you know what the technical term of that is? I'm probably throwing too many technical words at you, but that's called arpeggiated chord. Big word. You ever done arpeggios? Where you're going. I'm not sitting, that's why I missed that. Okay?
Is that like a big scale, like where you cross your thumb?
Well, it's like playing a chord in broken style.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's kind of like that. But you did a really good job. This is called Fiesta Seville. So it's very Spanishy. So do you know what that role, what the story you've told there is this dance? You can see the gals dancing. Well, you can kind of see her skirt, the fan, and the big, what do they call that? The paso doble, the tango.
Reminds me of somebody going, ole.
Exactly. So what they're doing here, do they have a picture of it? They do. You have just played the guitar, that Spanish guitar. So that's what you were portraying. Every song we play does tell a story. And you're telling the story of this Mexican fiesta. They've got that nice guitar. Yeah, it's very dramatic. So that's why those dynamics are a lot of contrasting going on. I see right here there's a poco retardando. Okay. You know what poco means?
Like,
Little.
Oh.
Little. I heard molto. I heard big retard. That's what you have here. Okay, it was to me, that's just my personal taste. I think it was a little too much because you want to save your big retard toward the end.
Yeah.
Okay, and you weren't quite to the end yet. So just keep it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or I missed it, but you get the beat. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 1. You don't want to have quite that much there because it's like it's a little too much. Can you start right here? Okay. All right, so. 1, 2. Okay, this is what you're 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then immediately, because there's no fermata, immediately come back in after 3 beats, of course.
Yeah.
And you come back into your
I
normal
count
tempo.
to 3 in my head because I know there's no fermata over that. And
Right.
if it was a fermata, 'cause
Right.
I wouldn't have it was.
Good pedaling, by the way. I was noticing when you do put the pedal in, and you did a really nice job with it. Right here, though, do we see a arpeggiated chord? No.
I kind of got mixed up with the roll because I think they should put
I know, because it's the same notes and we think we should. But there's a reason why the composer did that. They didn't want it to be exactly the same thing. They wanted to have a difference. Here's your Spanish guitar here. Your Spanish guitar here, they just went boom. Instead of up there, they went da 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 da. They picked it and then they just strummed it here. Okay, so make this one just a straight chord. Okay, because you want to have a little difference. You don't want to have the same thing all the way through.
About a minute.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't do any pedaling.
I thought you did.
I have a keyboard, so I don't learn any pedaling.
Well, I thought I heard a pedal though. Oh well, I thought I heard it. My bad. Okay. Do your.
But I want a pedal. Pedals sound cool.
Forward movement.
We can get one. No. They have them. They have them. All right. Tell you what. It's the damper pedal. It's the far right. We'll show you real quick. Put your heel on the floor, because your ankle's going to be a hinge, like the door. Your ankle's the hinge.
My grandma, we
Mhm.
call her Gracie, and she has a piano.
Mhm.
My mom used to do piano.
Mhm.
It has a pedal, and I like doing songs that I've learned when I memorize them at her house.
Cool. All right. So you're going to put the pedal down with this. Okay. Play your chord, and then put the pedal down when you play that chord. Good. Now we're going to lift up and go back down. I don't think your pedal's pushed in. Really? You want- Okay, keep your heel on the floor and just boom. Okay. And lift up here. Yeah.
Oh, I'm supposed to twist up the pedal.
Yeah, we're not used to it yet. This means put it down, and then this means pull back up again. By the way, what does that little thing mean right there?
It's an accent.
It is, and you know what? You did a fabulous accent. Fabulous. You have really portrayed this piece. You've really told the story. And that's what you have to think about when you tackle any new piece. It's kind of, the title might give it away, it might not, but the title's probably going to give it away. So, excellent, excellent job of telling that story. Your balance is fabulous. I mean, you're ready to take this to a contest. You're doing fabulous. Good job.